Okay, 2026. Okay, so how to delegate effectively and scale your business. So, how to delegate, what to delegate effectively, and scale your business, and scale your business, and scale whatever you are doing. A lot of us have never learned it, so we're supposed to learn it because it's a challenge. So we have about 5 outlines for this particular training topic for entrepreneurs. The first one, okay, let me clean this first. This is outline here. The first one is context for the concept. Context for the concept. Number two, we have here delegate the right task. Delegate the right task. So under here we have the what, know what only you should do. So you should know what only you should do. So know that. Okay, delegate to the right people. Number three, delegate to the right people. The right people. Okay, so here we'll be discussing match responsibility with capacity. So you're going to match responsibility with capacity. Responsibility with capacity. Okay, so the next one, delegate with clarity, no assumptions. Delegate with clarity. Delegate with clarity. Clarity. Okay? And never assume people know what you mean. Never assume. Never assume. Never assume. Okay? People know what. People know, okay, what you mean. What you mean. Okay, so the last one, empower. That's how to delegate. Before you delegate, empower the person. Empower the person. Empower, comma, monitor. Monitor. And hold people accountable. Hold people accountable. Accountable. Hold them accountable. Using delegate is not abdication. Delegation, delegation is not abdication. Abdicate. So, okay. So, because if you don't know how to delegate as a leader, as a husband, as a wife, you carry all the work and do both the man's own and the woman's own. Man go do am. The one where man go do, woman go do am. Now you are getting angry, you are tired. I sweep the floor, I wash the clothes, I go to market, I come and cook. I'm the only one working in this family. And you don't learn the skill of delegation. It's a skill. Everybody should learn how to delegate effectively, efficiently, get maximum report. I'll tell you what you should do and what you should delegate. There are things, anything you can do, others can do, train, empower, delegate. Anything that you cannot do, others can do, outsource. Do the things you can do, but how do you delegate effectively? So you know hand over your responsibility and give to people to do. See, if you struggle it's not a bad thing to start doing everything, but you should know the junction at which you start delegating, so you can free up some space to do the things only you can do. And if you don't want to do it, say, I don't want to, don't want to talk to me. I think I live my life. I like to serve. And you are complaining. You are serving and you are complaining. You are doing everything, you are complaining. Then you are stuck. You become the bottleneck. Forward, you no go. Backward, you no go. You limit your growth because if you don't learn the skill, you will not know when to delegate the right tasks and how to do the right tasks, how to get clarity, how to delegate effectively. So it becomes a problem. And that becomes a limitation, self-limiting on your own part. So before we even discuss, I would like to define the word delegation. So what does it mean to somebody to say it? I would like to define the word delegation so that we have clarity. What is delegation? Don't just assume. Let's write it down. Let's start from here. Context for the concept. So part of the context, outline number one, context for the concept. Delegation, write it down. Delegation is the intentional process of assigning a specific responsibility Delegation is the intentional process. Delegation is the intentional process of assigning a specific responsibility. So you are intentional, you are deliberate, you know what you are giving out. So it's not something you assume. Delegation is the intentional process of assigning a specific responsibility or task to another capable person. Delegation is the intentional process of assigning a specific responsibility or task to another capable person. Delegation is the intentional process of assigning a specific responsibility or task to another capable person, comma, giving them the necessary authority, giving them the necessary authority, comma, resources, and clarity to carry it out while maintaining accountability for the expected result. Full stop. Delegation is the intentional process of assigning a specific responsibility or task to another capable person, comma, giving them necessary authority, comma, resources and clarity to carry it out while maintaining accountability for the expected result. So I will do it two more times. Delegation is the intentional process of assigning a specific responsibility or task to another capable person, comma, giving them the necessary authority, giving them the necessary authority, comma, resources and clarity to carry it, resources and clarity to carry it out, resources and clarity, giving them the necessary authority, comma, resources and clarity to carry it out, comma, while maintaining accountability for the expected result, while maintaining accountability for the expected result, while maintaining accountability for the expected result. Go and wash the plate. You become accountable to go and check, inspect what you expect. Go and inspect what I wash the plate. Go and do the floor. Go and wash the clothes. You delegate. You delegate. You send the text. You make the call. You read chapter 1, chapter 2, summarize. Let me do this one. Delegate. You send 20 text, warm the contact will send. A lot of leaders don't know how to delegate. It becomes a, but they do everything by themselves. Now you go make the call. Now you go send the text. The one you can do if you don't know how to delegate. If you want to delegate, you don't even delegate with clarity. It becomes a problem. Don't worry, we'll get to see that because you need to free up space as you keep growing in your leadership capacity. Become a father, a mother, a pastor, a village head, an entrepreneur, MD, CEO. Yeah, as an MD, you can do everything. You can the account manager, the production manager, but at some point, you should know once I hire a staff, I will train him this and delegate so that I can free my space. So write it down also on your note. Delegation is giving responsibility to the right person and empowering them to achieve an agreed result. Delegation is giving responsibility to the right person. I'm looking at it from different perspectives. Delegation is giving responsibility to the right person and empowering them to achieve an agreed result. Empowering them to achieve an agreed result. Agreed result. Delegation is giving responsibility to the right person and empowering them to achieve an agreed result. Agreed. We don't agree, oh, agreed result that today that you're going to send 20 texts and make 20 calls. You'll share 2 questionnaire, 5 questionnaire. We don't agree that you come to the time. You give so things so that we can get results. If you don't know how to delegate, you do everything by yourself. It overwhelms you. When you go back home at night, you are tired because you are actually doing everything. It's very frustrating. It will limit your growth. It doesn't allow you to scale your business, no expansion, everything, all to you, me, myself. So delegation is giving responsibility to the right person. Underline the word, the right person, not the wrong person who will scatter everything, give you. Underline that word. And empowering them. Underline the word empowering. Empowering doesn't mean that you give the person food. No, give him the necessary information that he needs to take the action by himself. Empower them to achieve an agreed result. So let me do something very interesting. I know I'm not going here. I'm not going to outline number 3. So let me clean it. Let me just clean from here. I need to write. Good. As you grow in your leadership capacity, you should know how to delegate. It's part of the training process. So I would like us to write like this on a note. Delegation is not simply telling someone. Delegation is not simply telling someone, do this. So it's not simply telling somebody, do this. Saying someone, comma, do this. You know, effective delegation effective delegation includes number one, a clear task or outcome. A clear task or outcome. Can I borrow? No, Nzobunam. Give him, go and do that. No, that is not delegation. Then go and do it now. No, clear task. A clear task or outcome. So it includes number two, the right person. The right person. The right person. Go and do MPO. Ask him, can you do it? Have I taught you before? Have you seen me do it? And the best thing is to do, tell, show, try, and do. Tell the person, show him, let him try, let him do it. You tell him, show him 2-3 times, let him try it. If not, do this. I also was delegating wrongly once I started considering this as a skill. So, authority to act. Number 3, authority to act. Authority to act. If you don't delegate, the person will go and do it wrongly. Necessary resources and support. Number 4, necessary, of course, resources and support. Resources and support. That's why I have problem with MPO. Okay? A deadline or expectations. Number 5. A deadline or expectations. Expectations. So I expect you to do this by tomorrow, by next week. Accountability for result. Number 6. Accountability for result. Accountability for result. Accountability for result. So if you're not delegating a clear task, you're assuming that he or she knows, they'll go and scatter everything for you. He's not the right person. You have not taken time to invest in him. You didn't empower with the knowledge, the information. Tell, show, try, and do. Or you give me authority to act. You say, I was waiting for you now. Madam, I'm waiting for you. Daddy, I'm waiting for you. So, necessary resources and support was not available. So, it becomes a problem in the journey of entrepreneurship, in the journey of becoming a leader that is raising other leaders who can lead other leaders. So, it becomes a problem to you. So, delegation is the act of multiplying your effectiveness by developing and empowering others to take responsibility for meaningful results. You delegate tasks, but you remain accountable for leadership. So write it down. You delegate tasks, but you remain accountable for leadership. Hey, do that in. So you don't even know why they did it or not. Really? You delegate tasks, but you remain accountable for leadership. You delegate tasks, but you remain accountable for leadership. That means you must inspect what you expect. Go and inspect what you expect people to do. Inspect your KPI. Inspect the summary. So you delegate tasks, but you remain accountable for leadership. Be accountable. Delegate the task, but be accountable. Be sure that is done. Inspect what you expect. You delegate tasks, but you remain accountable for leadership. I beg you, don't write anything today. Write this one. Just write this thing for me like this. You'll be happy that you came here. It's one of the best things you can ever do for yourself is to write this down. Write it down. If your business cannot function without you, you have created a job around yourself, not yet a scalable organization. If your business cannot function without you, if your business cannot function without you, if your business cannot function without you, you have created a job around yourself. You have created a job around yourself. If your business cannot function without you, you have created a job around yourself, and not yet a scalable organization, full stop. If your business cannot function without you, you have created a job around yourself, not yet a scalable organization. If your business cannot function without you, you have created a job around yourself and not yet a scalable organization. So one of the things that we do is that I'll show you what you should focus on and what you should delegate. It makes a lot of sense. Mr. Steve, I need light in that place. I don't know why. I need light in that direction. Please. Whenever I carry my eyes and come there, it just looks as if I think the switch should be somewhere down there. Thank you. So one of the greatest mistakes entrepreneurs, write it down. One of the greatest mistakes entrepreneurs, leaders, business owners One of the greatest mistake entrepreneurs, leaders, business owners, one of the greatest mistake entrepreneurs, leaders, business owners, professional make is believing that being responsible means doing everything themselves. One of the greatest mistake entrepreneurs, leaders, business owners, and professionals make is believing that being responsible means doing everything themselves. Being responsible means doing everything themselves. One of the greatest mistake entrepreneurs do is believing that being responsible is doing everything themselves. Leaders do, business owners, professionals make is believing that being responsible is doing everything themselves. One of the greatest mistakes entrepreneurs, leaders, village heads, pastors, business owners, professionals make is believing that being responsible means doing everything themselves. That's what the business. So that you're responsible doesn't mean you should do everything by yourself. Like me now, we'll go on and go and buy fuel. Come back, come put and come start gen, come sweep the floor, come abba now. I will give myself throw away. If I want to make all the things we must do is to make sure that you delegate the task to right people, responsible people, so that you can free yourself. I'll show you what you should delegate and what you should do. Those ones you should do, don't delegate it out. This is the work you should do. The one you should delegate, don't get those. You can start it too, but you definitely have a junction, have a plan. If you don't have a plan to delegate, he that failed to plan to fail. You must make the decision to say, I must delegate. Once I become activator, I have two people I must mentor. So those people must be responsible to warm their contact. I will do the calling. Once I become a rising star mentor, then I will delegate my task. This one do, this one call. Once I become a silver mentor, I will focus on my rising star mentors and activator. I don't get to do those menial jobs. So you don't have to have plans. And those things are something that we put in details for you, but people will still go and be doing everything. And now you are stuck. You put bottleneck for your growth, no growth again. So I want you to listen to me, but don't write it down. At the beginning of the business, doing many things yourself may be necessary. You may be the salesman, accountant, a customer service representative, the marketer, the operation manager, a problem solver at all times. But there comes a point where where what helps you start becomes the very thing prevent you from growing. You cannot build a large organization with the mindset of saying, if I don't do it myself, it will not be done properly. That statement may sound like commitment, but sometimes it's actually the mistake. It's actually the mixture of fear, insecurity, perfectionism, lack of system, and inability to develop people. The truth is simple. You cannot do a lot alone, but you can scale it. You can do a lot alone, but you cannot scale alone. Delegation is not laziness. It is not abandoning responsibility. It is not pushing your problems to another person. Delegation is the intentional transfer of responsibility, authority, accountability to the right person with the clarity, resources, and support required to produce an agreed result. Write this down on your note, very important. A leader who does everything eventually become exhausted. A leader who does everything eventually, surely become exhausted. A leader who does everything eventually, surely become exhausted. A leader who does everything eventually become exhausted. A leader who does everything eventually become exhausted. A father who do everything eventually become exhausted. A mother who do everything eventually become exhausted. A pastor that does everything eventually become exhausted. Anybody that does everything eventually become exhausted. Very, very frustrating point. I see them telling you, if I don't do it myself, it will not be done properly. It might just sound like, a commitment, but my brother, is fear mixed with insecurity, professionalism, perfectionism, lack of system, inability to develop people. You don't want to develop people, so you don't delegate the task. You want to do everything by yourself. I bet write this thing for me on your note, very important. A leader who develop people creates capacity. A leader who develop people creates capacity. A leader who develop people creates capacity. A leader who creates systems creates consistency. A leader who does everything eventually becomes exhausted. Full stop. A leader who develop people creates capacity. Full stop. A leader who develop people creates capacity. Full stop. A leader who creates systems creates consistency. A leader who creates systems create consistency. Systems and structures, what telling you what to do, when to do, how to do it, accountability for measuring your growth. That is how capacity is being created. That's how consistency is being created. I say leader who develop people create capacity. A man that wants to change the world start his ministry with 12 disciples. Christ started his 12 disciples. Spend time with 12 disciples. Teach, train them. They work with him, eat with him. Sometimes they go to the other side. Sometimes storms will come. He was sleeping. He woke up, say, peace be still. Sometimes he take 3 of the call to the mountain of Mount of Transfiguration. He spent time with them and then delegate. There was a time he wanted to do evangelism. He wanted to enter a city. So what he did was that he sent 2 by 2. He said, 2 of you go. I'll give you power to cast out demons in my name. Do. So whenever they cast demons, they say, me, where do this thing? The man will give me power to do this thing. They come next week. See where you go gather. This one to do. He say, now you heal this disease. Now you solve this problem. That means if now you person will give you power, when you go solve problem. That means you be very powerful. You never see him. If you see him, your wahala don't solve. You don't get problem again. You must come. That's how Christ gathered 5,000 people. How was it able to gather 5,000? Because he sent 2 by 2 ahead into the city before the crusade happened. No flyer, no billboard, no radio advert, no television, no social media, no nothing. Just sending 2 by 2 delegation. Tell not delegate. You want to do everything by yourself. The guy where they follow spiritually, Christ, he delegates. He delegates. One day was in Jacob's well. No man said, go call your husband. He said, I no get. Even the one where they live now, nobody get them. The man said, I beg, who be you? Nobody don't tell me this kind of thing. The woman, now woman enter city, go bring crowd. He was thinking how to enter and go and preach. You know now he want to do. Now one person go bring the whole community come. Say, no worry, we don't see man today. Just allow him. You delegate him, he go call. He just did they preach his own message. He sent them 2 by 2. Now don't go do evangelism. They cast out demons. They do miracles. They go say, no. You don't understand. When I come down, they say, give me this power. They come. If they show full back. If they 100% full back, I'm gonna gather 5,000. We gather. It's a guy who bring fish, bring delegate. They went and so the fact is that leadership must understand how to delegate effectively. If you don't do it, you'll be so exhausted. If you develop people, you create capacity, you create system, you create consistency. Write it down. And a leader who combine people and system create leverage. That is where I'm going. A leader who combine people and system create leverage. Create leverage. A leader who combine people and system create leverage. You must leverage on OPT. That's other people's time, OPM, other people's money, OPI, other people's intellectual property. You must leverage. If you don't leverage, my brother, you'll be exhausted. In fact, the whole entrepreneurship will become frustration to you. A leader who combine people and system create leverage. So this is one of the major difference between someone who says work hard and someone who learn how to multiply results. Delegation is not losing control. It is learning how to control outcomes through systems and capable people. Write it down, Delegation is not losing control. Delegation is not losing control, It is learning to control outcomes through systems and capacity and capable people. Delegation is not losing control, It is learning to control outcomes through systems and capable people. It's learning how to control outcomes through systems and capable people. Delegation is not losing control. It is learning how to control. Delegation is not losing control. It is learning how to control outcomes through systems and capable people. Okay, this is where I'm going to this morning so I can show you what to delegate and what to delegate. That is, delegate the task. Delegate the task. Delegate the right task. This is what to delegate. I'll show you what you should do and what you should not delegate. But a lot of us, I say delegate, and you can't delegate everything. You just abdicate yourself. You just squeeze. Mentor say I should delegate, so I will not do anything else. So it becomes a problem. Now we're going to call you back. Before, may I clean this one so that I will feel right. Ta-da! Let me just clean this one so that it will not become a problem to us. So now let's do like this. Okay, let's do like this. Write it down. The first principle of delegation is understanding that not everything should remain on your table. The first principle of delegation is understanding that not everything should remain on your table. The first principle of delegation is understanding that not everything should remain on your table. The first principle of delegation is understanding that not everything should remain on your table. Full stop. One of the reasons leaders becomes overwhelmed is because they fail to distinguish between. One of the reasons leaders become overwhelmed is because they fail to distinguish between number one, important task. One of the reasons leaders becomes overwhelmed is because they fail to distinguish between important work. Number two, one of the major reasons leaders becomes overwhelmed is because they fail to distinguish between number one, important work, number two, urgent work, number three, routine work. One of the reasons leaders become overwhelmed is because they fail to distinguish between important work, urgent work, routine work. Number four, work that requires their unique ability. Work that requires, work that requires, work that requires, okay, their unique ability. Their unique ability. So one of the reasons leaders become overwhelmed is because they fail to distinguish between important work, urgent work, routine work, work that requires their unique ability, work another trained person can perform. 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 One of the one of the reasons leaders become overwhelmed is because they fail to distinguish between important work, urgent work, routine work, work that requires their unique ability, work another trained person can perform. So what are you going to do? Ask yourself, ask yourself, ask yourself, ask yourself. What are you asking? Does this task genuinely requires me? Does this task, does this task, does this task genuinely requires me to do, does this or does it genuinely requires me, or does this task genuinely requires me, or does it simply requires, does it simply requires, does this task require someone to take responsibility, someone to take responsibility? Does this task genuinely requires me, or does it simply require someone to take responsibility for it? So you ask yourself this question: does this task genuinely requires me, or does it simply require someone to take responsibility for it? So you're going to take responsibility for it. It's going to make sense. So this question can change the way you lead. So let me show you what you should do and what you should delegate. So I said that this one of the reasons leaders become overwhelmed is because they fail to distinguish between important work, urgent work, routine work, work that requires their unique ability, work another trained person can do. Ask yourself, does this task genuinely requires me, or does it simply require someone to take responsibility for it? So this question will change the way you lead. So what you should usually do, what you should do, let me show you, and what you should delegate. It's going to make a lot of sense. Okay. What you should usually keep. What you should usually keep. So keep this one. A leader or entrepreneur, your highest attention should often go towards number one. A leader and entrepreneur, your attention should often go towards vision. You should keep the vision. Number two, strategic decisions. Strategic decisions. Strategic decisions. What you should be doing, you should be thinking. Think of it, read, write, vision, create a future, plans, strategic decisions. As a leader or entrepreneur, your highest attention should often go towards your vision, strategic decisions. Number three, high-level relationships. High-level relationships. High-level relationships. Number four, what you should do, don't delegate these ones. Create a culture for your business, a culture for your family. That this family wake up in the morning, we must pray, we must fast once in a week, we must do this. Create a culture. Create a culture. Everyone must read and write, summarize. Create a culture. Number five, innovation. Innovation. How can we improve our product? How can we make current market sales product? That's what you should be thinking about. Leadership development. That's what should be in your mind. Number six, leadership development. Leadership development. Don't delegate those ones. Don't. This is one. Focus on raising people. Focus on giving them ideas, curriculum, system, structure, programs, events. Make sure. Critical negotiations. Critical negotiations. Critical negotiations. Negotiations. So these are the ones you should focus on. Number eight, activities that requires your unique expertise. Number eight, activities that requires your unique expertise. Number eight, activities that requires your unique expertise, your unique experience, your unique information, expertise, your skills, your competence. These ones you cannot delegate. Now, what are you going to delegate? Let me show you what to delegate, and I'll show you how to delegate them effectively. So you are the MD, you are the CEO, you are the president of the wealthy tribe, you are the president of the of course what the end of your team. Yeah, put your team there. So you should have a vision. You should be able to put your feet and say, in this team, we are meeting once in a week as a team talk, a culture that non-negotiable. Every member of the team should gather, look at what we're going to do, put a simple agenda, and we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this. So part of the things is strategic decisions on where your office space will be, those decisions you go by yourself. You go by yourself. Even when you delegate and someone went to see the place, you go and inspect what to expect. So what you should often delegate. So this is what you should usually keep for yourself. What are you going to delegate? I don't know. You've written from here to here. Shall I? You've not written it yet. Shall wait for me? Wait for me. Are you kidding me? We have a lot to share. Okay, let me just clean some and leave some for you because I need to write. I need to actually write. Okay? What you should often delegate. What you should often delegate. What you should often delegate. Okay. Number one. Okay, let me do like saying, depending on your business and your team, you may delegate. Let me write it for you. Depending on your business, or your family and your team, depending on your business and your team. So depending, you may delegate. You come out here. You may delegate. Number one, routine administration. Routine administration. Routine. Everybody, every day we must sweep our house. You must sweep. Routine. Those one are routine. Every day we must do it. Delegate that one. Every day we must wash the plate. You cannot delegate to a child of 1 year, 2 years. But when the child reach like 10 years, you delegate. So it depends on your family, depends on your church, depends on your business, depends on your organization, depends on your team. You are the only one now. You only have barely 2 leaders. You have 5 leaders. So it depends. But routine, those normal routine things, as soon as possible, train somebody, mentor somebody, outsource it, just delegate it out. Number 2, customer follow-ups. Customer follow-ups. Customer follow-up. You follow up. Once you get 5 leaders, 5 registered mentors, you should work on leaders. Working on leaders. You should be done. It should be done. It should be done. It should be done. I can't remember the last time I pick up phone and call a prospect. I beg, no, Kai. I know you do. And it don't know how to do that kind of thing. But when I started, I was doing everything by myself. I'll be the one to prospect. I'll be the one to invite. I'll be the one to present. I'll be everything. If I remember in Port Harcourt those days, I'll go to radio. I'll come back. I run 3 sections every day. 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 4 o'clock. I'll be done to present all the sections. All, only me. Only me. All. Young man gets trained, I get energy. Energy no be problem. We get them with the even find way to come out the energy. So I'll go Wazobia, come back. In fact, on that, we even talk Wazobia, do Niger info, drive to Rupoku, enter today's FM, talk, return to waterline, artillery. What's that station again in artillery? I forgot that station again. Love FM in artillery, face artillery, or enter the talk. Only me on first station. I go drive, boom, enter station, talk, call the manager, pay money, book the station. I'll tell if I reach my office at Stadium Road, by the Moimi Junction, hold on full. I'll go enter stage from the station that as they come for, so I'll go stop for as a morning market. There's one restaurant we eat. After we chop from the morning market, they drive. As I enter my office for Stadium Road, hold on full now. Let me go enter stage from that. I don't even enter my office stage straight. I'll go reason 11 o'clock. Once you feel that one, shopping don't happen. So that we take them to our office at Jerry phase 2. I will go to the office, we pick their packages, come back 2 o'clock down, we are going that stage again. Before we know, 3 o'clock down, 4 down. Now only me, they run this thing back to back, no retreat, no surrender. When I go back home, I don't tire, body of firewood. I just live like bag of rice. But it comes to a time I say, oh fun, you don't do. We know you do again. We will delegate. So normal administrative routine, normal routine administration, customer follow-ups, and the next one, data entry. All these ones, delegate them now. Why they keep them now? Number four, social media processes. Social media processes. Delegate them now. Why is it they do logistics? I've riders. I don't do the logistics. I'm not gonna ride that guy. Pick this and deliver here. Instruction finish. Bam bam. I know they go those things. You pick deliver here. Go take it. Pick this way. Bring it for me. Repetitive processes. Number 6. Repetitive processes. So scheduling. Number 7. Scheduling. So you have all those small tasks. Number 8, operational supervision. Allow the rising star mentor to focus on their team. Thank you, Mr. Victor. Allow the rising star mentor to focus on their team. Allow them. They will make mistakes. Fine. It's okay to make mistakes, but don't repeat it. Allow them. Just allow them. Not everything you want to go and do it by yourself. We all died through away. Allow them to let them learn in the process. So I want to read this for you. So you just listen to me. So I will round up this section very well. I'll tell you what to write when the time comes. Imagine a business owner who spends 4 hours every day responding to routine messages, confirming appointments, preparing, of course, simple reports, follow up on basic administrative tasks. The owner will complain all the time because he will say, I don't have time to think strategically. The problem may not be lack of time. The problem may be the misuse of leadership capacity. So if someone else can be trained to perform 70 to 80% of those activities effectively, the leader can redirect valuable energy towards growth, partnership, product development, and strategic relationships. Delegation begins when you stop asking. Write it down at the end of this class. Delegation begins when you stop asking. Delegation begins when you stop asking, can I do this? And start asking, am I the best person who should do this? Delegation begins when you stop asking, can I do this? And start asking, am I the best person who should do this? Delegation begins when you stop asking, can I do this? And start asking, am I the best person who should do this? Delegation begins when you stop asking, can I do this? And start asking, am I the best person who should do this? Very, very important, because most of the time, you are not the best person. You are absolutely not the best person. Others can even do better. Why don't you employ? Why don't you engage? Why don't you delegate? Why don't you build people instead? Why don't you give them books to retrain? Why don't you tell them, okay, you engage in small tasks? Why do you want to do everything by yourself? Delegation begins when you stop asking, Can I do this? And start asking, am I the best person who should do this? The last statement, but not the least, is write to the right on your note. A good leader can become ineffective when they refuse to distribute responsibility. A good leader, powerful leader, creative leader, influential leader can become ineffective when they refuse to distribute responsibility. A good leader, powerful leader, can become ineffective when they refuse to distribute responsibility. Mr. George, thank you. A good leader can become ineffective when they refuse to distribute responsibility. Allow them to do. Allow them. Allow them. Delegate. That's how they learn. Delegate. Allow the security man to open the gate. Allow him to wash the car. Allow the you. You see, nobody wash the car better than me. Go there and wash your car by yourself. Nobody wash clothes better than me. Who are you now? Are you washing more than back? So, delegate, outsource these things so they can have space to think, to draw strategic decisions, focus on people development, focus on your mind, focus on the most important part of your life than doing it. You see, a good leader can become ineffective. You will be so shocked when they refuse to distribute responsibility. They become the bottleneck for their growth. From January till August, their team never grow past 5. You know why? He does management trap. You got to involve, he mentor you. Your leaders involve, he mentor the leader. Everybody, he want to be everything by myself. He will tell you, if something must be done, well, I must do it by myself. You must do yourself, This thing sounds like a commitment, but no, it's not. It's fear. It's insecurity. It's perfectionism. Perfectionism. It's lack of system and inability to develop people. Inability to develop people. Inability to develop people. You don't want to do that. You don't want to develop anybody, so he will not delegate anything. So he will do everything by himself. Later, meeting is always busy. Mentor, I'm suffering. Mentor, maybe I'm tired. You go tired well, you become exhausted all the time. I tried it. I told you it did not work. I've not seen anybody. Dangote cannot be in Dangote refinery to the Dangote cement. So he has to delegate. Umar, our governor, executive governor cannot be everywhere. He has to delegate to commissioners. He has to delegate. Say no, delegate to. So you have to delegate those routine, delegate those customer follow-up, delegate some data and entry, delegate it. Delegate it. Delegate. It's a responsibility. So a leader, effective leader, a strong leader, a powerful leader can become ineffective when he or she refuses to distribute responsibility. Tomorrow we continue because I have a lot to share tomorrow. By tomorrow's class, I'll put up these things together and make it so clear on what you should focus on and how you should focus it, how you can delegate it, how to hold people accountable, how to become more effective as a leader, because I want the world to celebrate you. Online community, don't engage in any business at all without a mentor. Get a mentor. You know why? Mentorship is the legal shortcut to success. He that stands on the shoulder of mentor will see far. See you tomorrow. See you at the top. Have a wonderful day. Shalom. Have a good day today.